Welcome back to Commentary. I am Ari, and we are playing the demo for Peachleaf Valley, Seeds of Love today. It's a visual novel. I'm gonna get that out of the way. It's one of several that I actually have a demo on and want to cover. I have no idea yet if this will be a multi-parter or not. I kind of expect it to be. I'm not sure if I will make many episodes though. I don't know how much time I have for this, but let me say this. I am eyeing this game a lot. Like, I've been watching it for the longest time. I wanted to get it a couple of times already, so I'm really happy that I get the demo so that I can figure out when I'm gonna get it. I'm probably gonna get it anyway. But yeah, I really wanted to play this. And again, my name is Ari. Alright. That was loud. A new start. Prologue. So I close my eyes to old ends and open my heart to new beginnings. Alright. Fancy, fancy. Quoting someone like that. Where are we? This looks like a business office. A really rich one too. I swallow a lump full. Oh my god. Okay, this is off to a great start. I am so sorry. I'm dyslexic, so give me a second. I swallow a lump forming in my throat as my boss slowly brings his gaze up to meet mine. Okay, so I'm getting fired.
You're fired!
Oh, it's voiced. Oh yes. But what? Is this the type of work you've deemed worthy enough to submit to us after such a lenient deadline? And then honestly, I don't have much else to tell you. To say to you, sorry. But boss, wait. I can resubmit a new draft or make any changes necessary. But what exactly is wrong with the current proposal? I thought that...
Everything!
Alright. I can't help but gulp as my boss narrows his eyes at me, slamming his hands onto the desk. I watch as he coldly taps on my art proposal before clearing his throat. This is not the level nor quality of work we expected when we hired you as the lead artist for this project, Miss Ari.
It's almost as if you deem this position to be a joke of sorts.
Sir, I can assure you that this is most definitely not the case. The urgency in my voice pitches my volume higher, and I can't help but tense up in my chair. It isn't like that at all. I was beyond overjoyed and truly honored to be chosen for this project. I admit that perhaps my art's quality has not been the highest as of late, but I can change that. Please allow me to resubmit a new... No. This is not something to be discussed. Desperation rises in my chest as I feel panic settle into my stomach, and I unconsciously stand up and bow my head. Sir, please, I'm begging you. I cannot afford to lose this position right now. The reason I haven't been able to concentrate is because I'm in the process of getting evicted. My apartment complex suddenly announced their demolition plans, and I've been swarmed attending to find a new place and finish this proposal. But I swear to you I can...
Tell me, why is it that your excuses are always more creative than your art pieces?
Oh, that's so mean. That was... Whew, that insult was fire. My heart feels like it stopped in my chest as I stare at the pair of ice-cold eyes staring back at me. For a moment, I feel like a deer peering into bright, fast-approaching headlights. A second from a tragic fate. I can only watch my boss open his mouth once again, grabbing my proposal in the process.
Perhaps you
Oh,
should
he's
become
gonna
a
rip it.
writer instead, if you're so good at coming up with stories.
He's gonna rip it.
However...
We need an artist, not a writer. One that can deliver work, not excuses. I can feel my blood run cold as I watch my boss slowly grabbing my art proposal. The very same proposal I had stayed up working day and night on the last several weeks. The very same one that just a few hours ago I was so proud of.
Your proposal was... garbage, for lack of a better word.
I hope you will come to recognize realized that an artist. He narrows his eyes as he opens the cover of my proposal one last time before looking back up at me and throwing it in the trash. You are an easily replaceable asset in such a competitive industry. If you're going to spend more time fabricating excuses rather than meeting a client's minimal expectations, then perhaps you should have considered a different career choice.
You're not an artist. You're an amateur.
Ouch. And this company is not looking for amateurs. We are looking to employ professionals. One that you have already been replaced with. Oh my god, they already hired in a place. Oh my god. This is hurting so much right now. I can't help but rub my temples as what feels like the heaviest, longest sigh of my life escapes me. I guess this is how we do the farming sim escape to the countryside, where we begin a new, better life with the flowers and the farming and the nice people in the little town. I watch as all sorts of people stream like ants through the city streets, each with their own destinations in mind. Eventually, I can't do much else and opt to stare into a lukewarm cup of coffee in front of me. Fired and getting called garbage right to your face? Definitely not how I expected my weekend to start. My heart feels heavy as I look up from my drink to gaze out at the clear blue sky that seems to stretch on forever amidst towering skyscrapers. And to think of how beautiful a day it is today, it almost feels like the world's mocking me somehow. My attention is diverted when I hear the sound of a child laughing. My eyes trail over to a young boy tugging his mother's arm with one hand and clutching a small sketchbook in another as the pair sit down at a table near my own. He opens the sketchbook, flipping to a page of a specific drawing before suddenly jumping up on the chair. The mother laughs as she watches her son strike the same pose as the crayon-colored character before her.
Oh, and this is Thunderman. I drew him during...
What a tongue twister.
I drew him during recess when everyone else was outside. Why, he's so handsome. Look at all these details. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Munchkin. You're getting so good at drawing. Thanks, Mommy. When I grow up, I want to become an artist and draw my own superheroes.
Oh, you're gonna be a great artist, sweetie. I just know it. You're already so talented and you work so hard. What else could you need? I feel my grip on my coffee cup tighten as I watch the beaming child show his mom more and more sketches in his notebook. The sparkle of joy, hope, and happiness that beams in his eyes. It's one I remember well. I can't help but swallow the forming lump in my throat as I grab my drink and slam it into a nearby trash can. I mean, it's really cute that the mother was so supportive of this dream, because I don't think all parents would do that. Speaking from experience, I guess. As I walked away from the tables, I shake my head sadly as the mother and son's laughter echo in my ears and my heart. Don't be stupid, kid. As much as we all want it to be that way, the truth is, hard work doesn't guarantee anything in the real world. Sad but true. The only thing it will earn you is realizing just how stupid those dreams of yours once were. I mean, not sure if I agree with that one. For your sake, I hope along the path of life you find something else that can make you smile just like that. Because art just isn't worth it. Take it from me. Oh, come on, like, the irony of this being a game created with so many art pieces and like coded by people that also probably really love their craft. Anyway, we know this is a deep point, like she's gonna go back to her beginnings probably in a little city, little town, I don't know, and then she's gonna rediscover her art, right? That's probably where this goes. I mean, how would you earn a living in a little town as an artist, though. Like, is everybody in the town, like, getting your art every time? I don't know. But I guess we're gonna find out. Without uttering a word, I quickly walk away to escape watching a shadow of what I once used to be, too. A shadow of a shadow of a happy, dreaming kid who loved what she did more than anything. The shadow of a person who doesn't exist anymore. Oh. Now I'm feeling sad. My feet carry me down familiar city streets as the evening sun begins to set and golden hues illuminate the sky. But before I have a moment to take in the uplifting sight, an email notification from my phone commands my attention. Dear Miss Ari, this is an urgent reminder. Please be aware that you have 3 days to vacate the premise at 302 New Street Lane. The demolition of the complex will begin Monday morning at sunrise. All tenants... Wow, at sunrise is such a specific time for a company that's really professional. All tenants and belongings must be removed by then. Any and all belongings that still remain in the property by next Monday will be considered garbage and thrown away. Please act accordingly. Monday? What? That's impossible! I gawk at my phone as I stopped to read the full email, earning a few strange glances from other passerbys. Oh yeah, I just saw this. We're in Japan, huh? Kinda looks like Japan. Or like some country, and probably like an Asian country, is what I'm trying to say. I should just stop talking about this. My heart races in my chest as I frantically dial my landlord's number. After a few moments, a voice picks up.
Hello, this is Frank speaking.
Frank, this is Ari from apartment 302. I just got an email from the complex saying that demolition begins on Monday morning. How is that possible when barely a week ago you told me I had another month to move?
Oh, yeah, about that. Sorry for the confusion, but there's been a, slight change in the plans.
What do you mean? Yeah, you see, the company that brought the complex wants to start building a water park on it ASAP. And while we originally agreement said a month...
The CEO called me yesterday and offered me $500,000 to start next week. Can you believe it?
What?
I know! Ain't that something? So, yeah, you gotta get out of there.
Frank, are you crazy? How am I supposed to find a place to live and move into in 3 days? It's Friday!
Yeah, I understand and all that, but, money talks, baby!
Sorry about the short notice, and I need you out, but I need you out pronto. But Frank!
Oh, got another call coming in. Ain't much more to discuss, sweetheart. Deal's a deal.
By Monday morning, I need you out of there. No ifs, ands, or buts. I scream out in frustration as the call drops, and I can only gawk at into my phone. By Monday? Where the hell am I supposed to go? I just got laid off, for God's sake. Taking notice of the passing strangers and nearby security guards shooting me curious glances, I feel my cheeks flush red in embarrassment. I clear my throat as I continue walking forward. I need to calm down, and I'm going to risk getting arrested at this point too. But hell, at least I have a rent-free place to stay by. At least I have a rent-free place to stay by Monday. Oh no. Yeah, but without your stuff, sweetheart. Just as I attempt to calm myself by having a few deep breaths, my stomach lets out a disturbed growl. I rub my belly as I glance at the time. Oh, sorry. And to top it all off, I haven't even been eating properly, trying to meet that stupid deadline. What was it even for in the first place? Maybe I should just grab some fast food, go home and try to plan out how exactly I'm going to survive the next 72 hours. Oh, As I barely take a step forward, a speeding car honks angrily at me, causing me to quickly tumble backwards in an attempt to dodge it. An angry-looking man lowers his window as he flashes me a finger.
Hey,
The finger.
what the hell? Watch where you're going, lady!
That's my line, you jerk! Where do you learn to drive? I can't help but let out a shaky breath as I watch the driver flip me off again before angrily taking off. I look down to catch the sight of myself on the floor, now with a few bleeding scratches adorning my hands and knees. I glance up to see people passing by, left and right, but no one bothers to help me. Not so much as even spare me a glance. As I look up at the looming buildings on both sides of me, I can't tell what suddenly feels colder. The concrete of the floor or the hearts of the people in the city. Oh. I let out what feels like the millionth sigh of the day as I wrap my arms around my frame from the chilly night air that's begun to settle in. As my apartment complex finally comes into view, I can't help but stop in place. Home, sweet home, huh? Well, not so much any longer, anyways. As I reach for my keys, I catch sight of a wooden sign that seems oddly out of place, resting against the streetlight next to me. Semi-annual farmers market. Last sunrise to sundown. Today only. I raise an eyebrow in the direction the sign points as I tilt my head towards the entrance of a nearby park. I mean, it's already sundown, so... Farmers market? I didn't even know those happened in this kind of city. But maybe they'll have something cheap and good that I can grab for lunch tomorrow. Just about anything's better than that nasty burger I had for dinner. Ugh. Oh, come on. With newfound interest, I decide to make my way towards the park. And I guess here we're gonna meet the people from the town and thus find somebody that offers help. Because they're the good guys in the story, right? Like the city people and the city food apparently too is just bad. So the townspeople are just angels. I'm fine with that. It's just really black and white. As I walk into the park, the realization of what time it is hits me as I watch people finish moving large tents and baskets into trucks. Damn, I missed it. I didn't realize how late I'd gotten already. That sign was probably put up way earlier today, huh? Yay, more expired ramen for lunch it is. What a menu. Deciding to at least walk off the 90% grease and 10% burger I grabbed for dinner, I stroll down the venue and spot various folks still packing. The rustic and humble-looking stalls of fruits and vegetables being sold grab my attention, but what intrigues me more is the people packing them. As I watch these vendors, most of whom are dressed in simple, worn clothes and mismatching colors, laugh and joke amongst each other. Okay, so why are they described like this? Like they are actual vendors, what the hell? They sell you stuff. Many are covered in sweat and dirt from a hard day's work, but they're really happy and handsome. The look on their faces is what really captures my attention. Why do they look so happy? Probably because they live a simple life. Is that what we're getting at? Despite the visible weariness of the day, almost every face I can spot is graced by an expression of utmost joy. As they can catch what? Where did that come from? As they chat amongst each other and continue packing, one would assume that perhaps they had the best sales day of their life. But the many carts of unsold fruits and vegetables in the back of several trucks dictates otherwise. Wait, they had like this sign, right, that they put up. Maybe I can design them for them. How about that? They hire me to do one every time, every week, a new one.
They seem so genuinely happy. Huh. I can't help but feel a little jealous. As I smile sadly and continue walking forward, I almost near the end of a long street.
And if I design them, then surely they will sell better, cause I'm an expert, even though nobody wants my art. And then they will not leave with like boxes full of unsold stuff. That's probably how this is gonna go. Did I already read this? I'm not sure. As I smile sadly and continue walking forward, I almost near the end of a long street. Suddenly, out of the corner of my eye, a big sign decorated with vibrant flowers catches my attention. Help wanted! Various positions open at Peachleaf Valley. Leave the city life behind and have a fresh new start in the countryside. This is definitely what they put up for every person that goes to these farming sims, right? It's the same sign every time. I find my eyes transfixed on the words written before me. For some reason I can't help but read the sign over and over again, almost as if waiting for the words to sink into me.
Help
and have
wanted.
A fresh new start.
Various
positions open.
Leave the city life
behind and have a fresh new start in the countryside.
Leave the city life behind and have a fresh new start in the countryside? I can only blink blankly as I mumble the line out loud, but the sudden sound of approaching footsteps distracts me. I turn to look into the face of a short old man with a funny-looking mustache. The man? Suddenly my German came out when I saw a farmer. The man shoots me a kind smile as he places a small crate of flowers down next to him before motioning towards the sign.
Evening there, missy. I'm afraid you're a bit late for the market. Seems you might have missed all the good deals, but, well, are you interested in hearing more about the valley by chance?
Oh, yes. As if his question snaps me back into reality, I find myself instinctively shaking my head as I step back. No, that's the wrong reaction. Oh, no, I was just taking a look. I'll be going now.
Is that so? Well, all right then.
Have yourself a good night, young lady. Oh, so sorry. He's still talking. He suddenly got really feminine. Oh, and here. Aw, he's giving me a rose. I can't help but blink twice as the old man holds up a pretty flower to my face, the same type as the ones filling the crates next to him. God, in real life I would cry. I would just break down crying. I'm sorry. I don't really have any money on me and...
Now.
Gifts aren't made to be paid for, you know. At his warm words and cheerful expression, I can't help but smile shyly as I take the vibrant, blooming flower from his hand. Thank you. It's very beautiful.
Ain't it? Now, go on and make sure to take an extra blanket to bed with ya. It's getting awfully chilly these nights round here.
Wouldn't want you catching the sniffles for fun.
I nod my head as he shoots me a wave, before turning around to continue loading more crates into the back of a small truck. As I turn around and continue my stroll forward, an appreciative smile forms on my lips. I bring the flower to my nose. A sweet, gentle scent fills my senses, and I can't help feel my smile grow. You know, that's probably the nicest conversation I had in weeks. I secretly glance back at the old man as he waves over another vendor while beaming a giant smile. The sign that I was previously so fixated on seems to glow as a beam of moonlight reflects off of it. I look down at the small flower in my hand as I twirl it. Just leave everything behind and start a brand new life in a little valley town, huh? Even just thinking about it seems so crazy. Almost like it's not even real. I just can't even imagine it. My pace eventually slows down as I stop completely. A few moments pass before I hesitantly turn around to look at the sign again. No, it's beyond crazy. It's more like impossible, even for someone like me, who's never left the city before. I mean, come on, let's be real. I wouldn't even last a day without proper Wi-Fi. I'd probably go insane or something. My thoughts oppose my actions as I find myself standing once again in front of the sign. So, why? As I reach out a hand to touch the words in front of me, I can't help but feel tears beginning to prickle in my eyes. As I trace the words, "fresh new start," with my finger, I can feel my throat tighten. So why does something so ridiculous, so absolutely absurd, just sound like a dream to me right now? Why does a small act of kindness from a stranger have me feeling like this? All at once, it feels as if the weight of it all has finally caught up to me. I feel a lump form in my throat as I desperately try to swallow the forming emotions inside of me. Honestly, I'm tired. I'm really, really tired. It seems nothing ever goes the way I hope it will, and I don't really know what to do anymore. Somehow, it feels everything I do is hopeless. I let out a shaky breath as I hear a pair of slow footsteps approach me. I don't even attempt to hide the tears welling in my eyes as I slowly look up to see the old man's face from before. He shoots me a warm, sympathetic smile as he points to the flower in my hand.
You know, where I'm from, that flower there is usually given to people who leave on a journey.
It's a way to hope for prosperous new beginnings, whether they might find themselves.
Some might lose their way, but
The flower is meant to remind them that no matter where along the path of life they may be,
they can always start again.
As I stare into the old man's eyes, I can't help but smile for only the second time today. His words resonate deeply within my heart. I gaze into the beautiful petals of the flower in my hand, and for a second it almost feels like they themselves are cheering me on. I feel a gentle hand place itself on my shoulder as I look up once again.
What's your name, Missy?
It's Ari.
A fine name at that. Now then, tell me, are you interested in hearing more about the valley? It's never too late to start a brand new adventure, ain't it?
I chuckle as I wipe a few more stray tears from my eyes and nod my head resolutely. I am interested. Could you tell me more? Oh, that's a perfect place for an ending. For a chapter end. It's incredible how the decisions that have the power to change our lives completely seem to happen in the blink of an eye. That is absolutely true. And from those very decisions, the seeds of our future sprout and bloom into the very lives set out before us.
Well, here we are. Welcome to the valley.
Okay, now he has a name. I already saw. He's called Earl.
Is what I'd originally say, but
Unfortunately, our destination lies just beyond this here trail of tricks, as I call it. I climb out of the passenger seat of Earl's truck as I look into a dense, steep mountain trail. Trail of tricks?
yep, this one's a bugger.
for folks heading up into the valley.
It gets real slippery due to the rain this time of year. However, for those crossing by foot, there's a short little forest path right through there that will get you to the other side in less time than you can say moo. Will I be going by foot the rest of the way then?
Well,
As much as I would enjoy nature, I'd hate to leave my truck here, to it, especially filled with all my flowers and veggies still on board.
here's what we'll do.
You go on ahead through that path by foot, and I'll meet ya out on the other side once I get the darn truck over this here trail. Sounds alright? But are you sure you can get the truck up there by yourself, Earl? Earl lets out a roaring laugh as he places his hands on his small thin waist before patting the back of his truck.
Oh, you bet!
Me and old Bessie here have been together for a lot tougher than... have been together for... Okay, a lot tougher than this, I'll tell you that. It just gets to be a real bumpy ride up there, and I'd hate for you to get all green and gobbery on me. Besides, getting you warmed up for walking. You'll be doing lots of that while we're here. Where we're going, sorry. I can't help but chuckle as Earl's positive demeanor shines through my worries. I nod my head and grab a small bag as I head towards the opening of the forest path he pointed out. Well then, I take your word for it. I'll head on through and see you in a bit.
It'll be a darn jiffy.
Wait. Make sure you stay on the path now, you're here. Can't be losing you in the forest on your moving day. You see, I wouldn't know what to do with all your pink suitcases. They don't match my eyes one bit. Earl earns another laughter out of me as we wave to each other before I walk through a small open path between several bushes. As I walk in through the dense shrubbery, I can make out a visible path heading towards an opening not too far away. I clutch my bag closer as I begin my trek while panning my head around to take in the sights. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen this much green before in my life. Okay, you never went to a forest? Like, is there no forest in your city? Near your city? Like, what? Even these wait, sorry, my mistake. Even the air feels so different here. It feels so fresh. I walk forward a few more steps as I take in the emerald scenery around me. Trees, plants, and flowers, some the likes I've never seen before, all seem to quietly bloom in this place. Okay. I can hear the sound of leaves rustling in the wind as an incredibly calming sensation seems to reverberate through the entire area. Alright. This place feels so soothing, almost like it's... My inner monologue is interrupted as I unexpectedly bump into something soft. I bring my gaze forward only to stare into the greenest pair of eyes I've ever seen. Surprised by the sudden proximity of a stranger peering into my face, I quickly step back only to misstep and fall ungracefully on my butt. Oh, who are you? As I mutter a small groan, I look up to see the stranger chuckling softly to himself. Yeah, he does not look real, or he does not look like a human. I mean, yeah, right, he doesn't have elven ears or anything, but look at these crystals and the sparks and what's this? Settings. Oh, sorry. Okay. This? No. Okay. Yeah, he looks like a forest spirit or something. Wait, can I? Okay, what is this? Oh, I'm not gonna press it anyway. As I mutter a small groan, I look up to see the stranger chuckling softly to himself. Green hair? Oh yeah, that's right. I was so... I mean, you have like... I guess... No, I guess she has like a hot brown. I thought it was like orange or something, but no. Yeah, I guess I didn't even notice that he had green hair. It's just I'm so desensitized to thinking things that are not normal are just totally normal in these scenarios. So yeah, I wasn't even batting an eye at his green hair. Green hair? And what's with his clothes? The stranger extends a hand to me with a warm, silent smile. I eye it for a few moments before choosing to accept his help. With a strange amount of ease, the stranger helps me back up to my feet as I shyly gaze up to him. Despite his strange looks, he boasts a beautiful, almost ethereal visage. And somehow, it is as if it's as if just standing near him makes me feel incredibly calm. Okay, so he is definitely the spirit of this forest. I can't help but catch myself staring as I quickly clear my throat. Why is this so hard? Why is reading hard? I'm sorry for bumping into you. I probably should have been watching where I was going. Good answer. The stranger tilts his head as he shoots me another warm, silent smile. My eyes instinctively widen as he suddenly reaches towards the side of my face before slowly pulling out a 4-leaf clover from thin air. Huh? A clover? Was it stuck in my hair or something? I tense up as the stranger gently grabs my hand and places it in the center of my palm without a word. I can't help but stare at the small clover for a few seconds before clearing my throat and looking back up. He's gone. No, he's there. Okay, he did the magician thing, right? Like, oh, look what is behind your ear. So I was totally expecting him to be gone when I look up. Thank you for the help. These usually represent good luck, don't they? He will nod, right? Yeah, the stranger nods at me while flashing me a silent smile, and this time I can't help but flash one of my own. So, are you from around here? What's your
Hey, kiddo! You over here yet?
I turn towards the opening of the path as the sound of Earl's voice booms through the quiet forest. Several leaves seem to rustle as a few woodland creatures scatter about, rushing back into the trees. Just as I turn around again to face the stranger, I find the spot he stood in just a second ago to be completely empty. What the? Where did he go?
Can you hear me? Don't tell me you actually got lost in there.
No, I'll be right there. My eyes dart around the dense greenery around me in a last-ditch attempt to spot any signs of the young stranger, but to no avail. He's gone, as if he vanished into thin air. And in the place he stood just mere seconds ago, small flowers now seem to be blooming from the ground. I shake my head of any strange thoughts, and as I focus my attention back towards Earl's voice and head to the end of the trail. This really feels like a visual novel of like if you would take one of the farming sims games and make a visual novel out of it. Like you take all the actions out of it and you just describe everything. So this would be like the goddess of Story of Seasons, right? This is the goddess's character. Wait, did I read that line? I'm not sure, I'm sorry. I was distracted. Wow! Grass, ocean, houses, a cliff, sky and clouds, a flower. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I have to continue. Well, this was it for today's episode. I hope you liked it. Check out more if you want to. If the demo is still available, maybe just check it out. And you can see me in another episode of this game probably, or another game, if you so choose. just click on them. Until then, I say bye.